Sid.
Hello, Elizabeth.
I thought you said...
It takes time, Lizzie, a lot of time.
Bit of a mess, don't I? Still, no worries. Now that you're here, I'm feeling better already.
Oh, Sid.
You've heard a witness state that it is not in her character to commit a crime. You may believe this, but you must also remember that the witness in question has only known the accused for a very short space of time. The testified fact that she habitually went running between the hours of 6 and 7 p.m. does not necessarily prove that she did so on this particular occasion. You must also remember that the physical appearance, the potential ability, and the previous good character of this woman does nothing to lessen the magnitude of the crime for which she has been charged.
Hi. Nice day, isn't it? Especially after all that rain.
Yes, I'm so glad the rain stopped. I really missed my walks.
You come here every day, do you?
Weather permitting.
Always to this park?
Usually. I like to sit and watch the people go by. Lots of people running round these days like you are. Must be very healthy, I suppose, but looks very tiring.
Yeah, well, you work up to it. Look, if you come here every day, I don't suppose you've ever seen this young lady, have you?
Oh, yes. I know that young lady. Haven't seen her for a few weeks, though.
Yes, that'd be right. How about Tuesday, 3 weeks ago?
That'll be the last time I saw her.
Now, you're sure it was Tuesday?
Oh, quite sure. As a matter of fact, she stopped and spoke to me. I was pleased because I was feeling rather lonely. You see, it was the birthday of my friend Edna. We always used to have a little celebration together. But Edna passed away 2 months ago.
Oh, I am sorry. What time would it have been when you were speaking to this young lady?
About this time, yes. I only come out for an hour or so because it gets too cold later.
Would you be prepared to testify to this in court?
In court?
Yes, you see, this young lady is being accused of a very serious crime. Now, if she was here when you say she was, she couldn't possibly have done it. But you're the only person that can prove a case.
Oh, I don't like the idea of going to court. But I wouldn't like to see such a nice young lady go to jail for something she didn't do.
Then you will testify?
I suppose I'll have to, won't I? When will I have to go?
Well, the court's in session right now. I can take you there if you like.
Oh, all sounds all very exciting.
Well, my car's not very far away. It's just over here. I suppose I'd better introduce myself. My name's Jim Fletcher.
Fletcher, Amelia Hunter.
How do you do, Mr.
So it's up to you, the jury, to bear in mind the purely circumstantial nature of the evidence and to decide if the weight of that evidence is strong enough to indict Miss Parks as the perpetrator of this crime. Much has been made here today of Miss Parks' athletic ability. I would advise you to in no way let that influence your decision of innocence or guilt, as Miss Parks' prowess as a runner has nothing whatsoever to do with this case.
Excuse me, Your Honour.
What is it?
New evidence has just come to hand, Your Honour. As it appears will have a great deal of bearing on the outcome of the case, I request a short adjournment to prepare a presentation of a fresh testimony.
Well, in view of the lateness of the hour, I'll adjourn the court until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Your Honour.
All rise.
Oh! Well, look who's back in circulation.
Yeah, I was nearly going up the walls talking to myself in the pound. What's going on? Anything?
Well, I've just been having a fascinating game of dominoes all by myself, if that's any indication.
Should have stayed in the pound, eh?
No, there is going to be some excitement. We are having a party for Laurie's 21st birthday.
Yeah? Reckon the screws will let us?
Since when have we ever worried about them? I reckon if we go to Davo, she'll give the OK. We're going to make it a fancy dress.
Fancy dress? Terrific. means we can use some of the costumes left over from the panto.
Right. Oh,
G'day.
the happy wanderer returns. How's Sid?
Oh, we had a bonza day. He's still a bit crook, though. He's not as well as I thought he'd be.
I tried to warn you, love.
Yeah, I know. I thought he was going to be all right from his letters. You know, but he will be. He just needs a bit of looking after.
Yeah, well, who's going to do that?
Well, I've asked Mrs. Powell to keep an eye on him, and, of course, I'll visit him as often as I can. Do you know what I reckon? We should all knit him something really nice and warm.
Yeah, but I can only knit socks.
All right. You're for the socks. I'm going to knit him a cardigan, and B, you make him a nice woolly cap to keep his head warm when he's out in the garden.
Now, hang on. We're going to be pretty busy with 2 lots of things on our plate.
2 lots?
Yeah, we're going to have a fancy dress party.
What bloody fancy dress party? First I ever heard of it.
Well, you haven't closed your mouth long enough for anyone to tell you, have you? We're having a fancy dress party for Laurie's 21st birthday.
Beauty Butler! We could probably invite Sid.
Yeah, and he could wear all the things we're going to knit for him.
Yeah.
Oh, you're looking very fresh. Didn't you go jogging?
Well, I just started and I found Michelle Park's little old lady.
Well, that one you were talking about.
Yeah, that's right. I took her to court and the judge adjourned the case until tomorrow.
You're in the wrong job. You should be a detective.
Oh, yeah, well, I think it was more good luck than good management. I'd almost given up hope of finding her.
Well, good for you for trying. You'll be quite a hero amongst the women.
Oh, yeah, you can imagine how long that'll last, too.
Well, here's one person who must think you're a hero. See you tomorrow.
Good night, Meg.
That was wonderful what you did today, Mr. Fletcher. Things were looking pretty bad for me, but, well, I think this will make all the difference.
Oh, come on, Tina, you got some wool. I saw you with it yesterday. Well, we won't have enough if everybody doesn't chuck in. Oh, go on, Tina, be a sport, love. I'll get you some, thank you. Well, how's it going?
Oh, give us a go. We've hardly started.
Oh, just giving you some encouragement.
Oh, to that slave labour.
Yeah, I feel like an old granny sitting here knitting socks.
Well, you didn't say that when that school teacher was here.
Oh, g'day, love. How'd it go?
Great.
Oh, keep knitting. You can knit while you talk.
You mean you got off?
Not yet, but I'm pretty sure I will. Mr. Fletcher found that witness I told you about. Got her there just on time. She's going to give evidence first thing in the morning.
Oh, good old Fletch. Really came to the party, eh?
Yep. So there's not much chance you're going to be seeing me around here after tomorrow.
Well, that means we don't have to keep up with those bloody keep fit classes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, thanks for your help. All of you. I really appreciate it.
I wouldn't count your chickens, love.
Well, this time I think I will. In fact, I'm going to pack my bags right now. Bea, would you come with me?
Eh?
Just want some company.
Oh, sure.
Take your knitting with you.
But I might get away with it.
Wonder why she wanted Bea to go with her.
Oh, don't worry about that, Dor. Just get on with your knitting. What did Michelle want to talk to you about, Bea? When she asked you to go with her to her cell.
Just wanted some company, that's all. Well, anyone want a cup of coffee?
Oh, yeah, the lights will be going out soon. Lizzie, let's have a cup of coffee.
You can go without your coffee for once, Dor. We can knit by torchlight, can't we, Bea?
No, we cannot. God, Liz, you're going to have us knitting in our sleep at this rate.
Yeah, and how are we ever going to have any time to work on our fancy dress costumes if you have us knitting all the time?
Getting this finished for Sid's more important than mucking about with your bloody fancy dress costumes. Oh, bugger it. We can use your torch, can't we, Bea?
No, we cannot. Now, drink your coffee and put your knitting away. It'll give you something to look forward to in the morning.
Steady on, Lizzie. You'll break the speed limit.
I want to finish this as quick as possible. Get on with me knitting. I'm making a cardi for Sid.
Well, that's very nice, but I suggest you slow down a bit. You're not going to do Sid any good if you make yourself ill.
How was he when you saw him this morning?
I was running late. I didn't have time.
Oh, but I thought you were going to see him every day.
Well, I'll drop in this afternoon after work.
Oh, don't tell him about the knitting, will you? It's got to be a surprise.
All right.
How'd you get on with the arrangements about the Meals on Wheels?
Oh, well, I haven't done it yet.
But you said you was gonna.
Yes, and I will. Look, Lizzie, I have a family and a job to do. I don't get much spare time. But I'll try and do it today.